In a historic and unexpected turn of events, Mark Carney has led the Liberal Party to a resounding victory in Canada's 2025 federal election, securing a minority government but with a strong mandate for change. Carney, a globally respected economist and former governor of both the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, had never before held elected office, yet his campaign captured the imagination of a nation craving steady leadership in turbulent times. Winning the Liberal leadership just months prior in March, Carney quickly crafted a message of hope, resilience, and pragmatism. His victory marks a new chapter for Canada, one that promises both economic reform and a renewed sense of national unity. Carney's political ascent was turbocharged by a series of unprecedented tensions with the United States. In the final months leading up to the election, U.S. President Donald Trump made provocative statements about Canada, suggesting annexation, imposing harsh new tariffs, and openly questioning Canada's economic independence. These remarks triggered a wave of nationalist sentiment across the country, from the Atlantic shores to the Pacific coast. Carney astutely positioned himself as the unwavering defender of Canadian sovereignty, presenting voters with a choice between submission to foreign pressure or the preservation of Canadian identity and economic strength. His message resonated deeply with citizens, many of whom were alarmed by the aggressive rhetoric coming from Washington. The election results told a powerful story. The Liberal Party secured just over 40% of the national vote, an impressive feat given the fragmented political landscape. While the Conservatives, led by Pierre Poilievre, made gains and increased their seat count, they ultimately fell short of forming a government. In a shocking blow to Conservative leadership, Poilievre himself lost his seat, sending ripples through his party and marking a symbolic shift in Canadian politics. Smaller parties like the New Democrats and the Greens also played critical roles, but it was Carney's message of pragmatic patriotism that dominated headlines and captured the national mood. However, victory at the ballot box is just the beginning for Mark Carney. As he steps into the role of Canada's 24th Prime Minister, he faces an array of daunting challenges that demand immediate attention. Among the most pressing are the skyrocketing cost of living, strains on the healthcare system, and persistent barriers to interprovincial trade that stifle economic growth. Carney has pledged to tackle these issues head-on, promising bold, measurable actions. One of his key commitments is to significantly reduce interprovincial trade barriers by Canada Day, a move he describes as essential for unlocking Canada's full economic potential. Observers are watching closely to see if Carney, known for his technocratic brilliance, can translate his economic expertise into political and legislative victories. Beyond domestic policy, Carney's government must also navigate a complex international landscape. Relations with the United States, now strained, will require delicate diplomacy. At the same time, opportunities for new alliances and strengthened trade relationships with Europe, Asia, and Latin America are emerging. Carney's international reputation gives Canada a unique advantage, but maintaining sovereignty and protecting national interests will require balancing openness with strategic caution. As Parliament Hill prepares for a new session, the sense of anticipation is palpable. Canadians across the country are looking to Mark Carney not just for policy solutions, but for a restoration of trust, stability, and vision in federal leadership. His background, while unusual for a prime minister, may prove to be exactly what is needed: a steady hand, a deep understanding of global markets, and a commitment to principled governance. Whether he can overcome entrenched political divisions and deliver on his promises remains to be seen. But for now, a new era has dawned in Canada. One marked by renewed hope, fierce pride, and cautious optimism for the future.